This map needs a name. These floating islands. Here are 20 of our streamers who are live right now.
We got Summoner's Rift.
Yeah.
And this is like...
The islands are broken apart now.
Sky Gardens? I don't know.
Summoner's Hanging Gardens.
Summoner's Drift.
Summoner's Drift. I like
because you're just drifting.
Yeah, your head's going the same way I was going too. I was like, well, now it's broken apart. It's been rifted.
Yeah.
At that point.
Wait, right. This is okay.
Summoner's Drift, Summoner's Rifted. I'm okay with either of those.
But again, 20 of our streamers who are currently live competing in our event. They're all over this category on Twitch right now. Go check them out and say hello to them.
Yeah,
this pleases my ADHD, by the way.
Yeah. Look at.
And this is one of those stages that's super important. It's just the item grab at the start. You all start an equidistant away. You pick up a character. That character doesn't matter. What's important is the item that attached to them.
That's the value of the character matters.
The value of the character matters.
One.
But I'll take a 1 cost if it's got a recurve bow on it. All of my favorite items are built from a recurve bow, and towards the end of the game, I would look down and be like, I would spend 30 gold on a recurve bow right now.
He's trying to get back to the original spot. He can't get back to the original spot. No.
It hurts.
Oh.
It hurts so much.
So yeah, sometimes
I feel
there's that lip
so badly.
Oh, I'm sorry, but yeah, recurve bow just got buffed too. It's back to 20%, and so it's a really strong item. And like you were saying, a lot of people's favorite items build out of recurve bow. I think a lot of people are talking about the cursed blade. De-leveling people, being very strong. So, that's that RNG aspect that comes in. Oh, is that? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, some weak units to start off with here. It starts off very slow and starts to pick up. As you go through these early stages.
Yeah. Sell it by the Fjords.
Yeah.
So this is a strat that a lot of people have been going. Get the 2-cost item or the 2-cost champion on the first carousel. Sell it after the first round and get 4 1-cost, so a better chance of getting an early 2-star.
He just did what you did. They just picked up the 1-cost. Lirik picked up the 1-cost because it had a recurve bow on it. Yeah. So he was like, oh. But the thing about picking up a 1-cost, you sell it. If there's 2 pairs, you can't buy the 2 pairs. So you can't buy 4 of the 5. You can only buy 3 of the 5 in the first one.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I want that bow.
Yeah,
I want that bow so bad. It is a big difference, though. As this game progresses, you need a lot of gold to buy units, and as you get more gold, you get more gold. It's like the rich get richer sort of thing. And every increment of 10 gold will reward you additional gold at the start of the round. So hitting that 10 gold mark quickly really can snowball a game in your favor at that point. So I totally understand really wanting to grab 2 gold, but for me, items snowball bigger.
Admiral, you're striking me as somebody who likes to lose the early parts of the game on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Strat guy.
50 gold ASAP.
Yeah. So you're somebody that I think Elise really punishes because their spiderlings do damage to the person as well.
Yeah.
So if your army isn't that strong and people have like an Elise 2, you take so much damage. Like you take 11 damage off of having an Elise 2 and like I think 1 other unit or 2 other units in there.
That's just going to give you that second bow easy. First pick on the carousel. Let's go.
You can't lose too much health though.
As far as Teamfight Tactics goes, she's the only unit that summons, the only champion that summons other units. Yes. At the moment, other than elementalists,
technically, but that shows up a lot later.
One other.
Yeah.
But that's something to always think about too. Is how do you punish people when they're playing risky strategies? And the nature of it is because the map is constantly rotating around. You're playing against 7 other players simultaneously, even though you're only individually battling one at a time. You do have to think about how you disrupt your opponents. And so the major ways to do that are to break win streaks, to break losing streaks, sometimes being just weak enough that someone who's on a big losing streak actually beats you in that regard. It disrupts the amount of gold that you're going to generate. And then punishing. Like, punishing people by summoning extra units is a very real thing.
It's interesting, though, like breaking losing streaks is more punishing in this game than it was in other auto battlers because unlike other games that came before it, you only have 1 instance of a fight happening. Everybody teleports onto each other's boards, and so when another person wins, that means somebody also lost. We don't have the situation anymore of 2 people winning on their own boards.
Yeah, that to me is like one of the coolest aspects of it too. Is it feels like it's such a more personal thing that you're actually teleporting to, or someone's coming to your board when you go to fight them. To me, that's the experience I want in PvP games, is to know that I can walk up and dab on someone if I want to.
It always felt a little awkward when I'm like, oh, I'm fighting against my friend, and he's like, oh, I'm fighting against you too. And it's like, okay, I won on my board. It's like, oh, I won on my board too. And it's like, oh, that was anticlimactic. Now it's like one of us wins, one of us loses, and that's what I want.
Okay, so you're talking about the dabs, right? I was invited to a lobby once that had Rise, Brandon Beck in it, like one of the co-founders of Riot Games, and it was a whole bunch of rioters in it and me, and people were just like, do we dab on him? Dab on Brandon? It was like, do we dab on the co-founder of Riot? Like, I went for it though. It was like,
that's important.
Like, oh.
This is a bold choice.
And now I don't work there anymore.
Wow. It was his last day, folks. He went out in style. He went out his way.
Forsen looks like he's going for gunslingers here, but a lot of people like gunslingers. I think they're fantastic on the new patch.
Yeah, important to note that a new patch actually just dropped this morning.
This morning.
Yes.
And a large number of patch notes to go along with it. So we're not going to talk about every single patch note kind of as they come up, but Gunslingers did see a bit of an increase in power, and it's mainly due to the attack animation that they had. Before, Gunslingers, when you had multiple of them play, they fire at additional units. It would have to take the time to actually animate those additional attacks as well. So it was quite consuming, a bit clunky on the end. Now they just fire all at once. And so because of that, Gunslingers are pretty hotly contested, I think, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, they were just super OP. It was like a Gunslinger demon meta on the PBE. Last second change to Gunslingers was Gunslinger 4 no longer hits every unit, it just hits 2 additional units.
Yeah.
So it's basically Hurricane. And Hurricane got changed to only hit 1 unit. So the max you could possibly hit with Gunslingers is 4 people at a time.
So Savit's here, going to end up losing on his side of the board. Opponent leveled up in this round, so he spent some of the gold to get an additional unit in play, and that aggressive play means that they want to continue on a winning streak, is what it feels like to me.
And you can see there's so many people that are going Gunslingers here. He's got Gunslingers. You had a Tristana on the other team. Forsen's getting Gunslingers. They're just very hotly contested, and I love how auto battlers are self-balancing, because if something is OP and everybody is going for it, there's less of those in the pool, which means you're less likely to complete a tier 3 of it, or even a tier 2 of it. So if everybody in the lobby except for one person is going for like Gunslingers, that one person gets to get whatever they want, and they get to get their army super beefed up.
Yeah, there's a finite amount of units.
In the shop, we see him. He has the option to buy Twisted Fate. This is one of the biggest parts of the patch that dropped today. This is a new unit, a new pirate.
Yeah, Twisted Fate is actually on like the low tier right now. I actually put him pretty much one of the worst 3 units in the game.
But it's a pirate.
Yeah, but it's a pirate, so it can reward you with gold. Pirates did get nerfed as well. It was 2 gold on average. Now it's 1.6 gold on average. Throughout the chest, and basically you just keep picking it up. But yeah, Twisted Fate, Pirate Sorcerer, really doesn't have too much synergy within himself. He's not like a linchpin unit either. So I think he's pretty weak. Fiora even got buffed, so she, I think, is even stronger than him. Which sounds crazy. It's like people picking up Fioras, you're gonna have that kind of, you just don't like Fiora still, right? Yeah. And that's the thing, is you can't be stuck in a rut where you're like, I don't want to run that strategy. I don't want to lock it stack. I don't want to do those things. But if you want to win,
you gotta be willing to play them all.
Exactly.
So Admirable, can you explain what we are looking at? Because if I've watched other auto battlers, I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, so this is a carousel round. What this means is that all 8 players are going to teleport to a center spot on the map, and you're going to see these characters walking around in a circle with items attached to them. These are available things for you to pick up. The lower your health total is in relation to other players, the higher your pick priority goes. And so from here, this is where you pick up items rather than characters, typically in order to help build out your units. You want to build strong items, so that way particular units get very powerful, whether they're going to be your carry or they're going to be your tank or what have you. That's really how you build a composition, is building out the right items for what your team is going to be.
Yeah, I completely agree. Watching Lirik here, he's just figuring out what he can even build on the Aatrox. I just hold your items, man. I would say put the bow on Varus.
It's really tempting to use your items at the start too, but there's so many different ways that they combine. You're looking at 8 different items in the game, and they all combine into something different when combined with another base item.
Yeah.
And so that's a lot of different combinations. My opinion is have a cheat sheet next to you and look at the ones you really want.
Yeah, or you could buy a unit on your bench, put the thing on it, and then hover the other ones over it, and then just sell that unit when you're done, and just be like, okay, what does this make? What does that make? And I feel like the way this should be approached in terms of items is you either put an item on somebody that you know you're going to use, or you put an item on somebody that you know you're going to sell. So if he knows he's going to sell like Mordekaiser, why not put the BF sword on him, right? If you know that you're going to sell your Garen, like you can put the chain vest on him too. So you can distribute your items like that if you know you're going to sell that unit.
And that's to me like the core fundamental principle of the game, is that your team will flex around. Don't commit to things super early. Don't feel like you're married to a unit. I know it's tough to get rid of level 2 units. They're pretty. You just worked hard for them. They did good in the early rounds. You want to reward a good boy when it's a good boy. So in that regard, you have to figure out where your money goes, though, because it snowballs very quickly. Like Lirik on this previous round, he had 8 gold going into the end of the round. If he would have sold 2 gold worth of units, he picks up additional gold there. That quickly starts to add up.
Yeah, and he's got only 14 gold right now. He's second to last. Looks like he's going for demons. You can see the Morgana and the Evelyn, because normally you just sell Evelyn and maybe a Morgana, or Evelyn, your 2 Garens and your Vayne, to get yourself to that point. But he's not selling things, so either he doesn't really look at eco like that, or he's hoarding.
Yeah, to me, this would be like I don't know exactly which direction I'm going to go yet. Demons are inherently very expensive as a composition. The more demons you have in play, the better they get. We're looking at demons scale all the way up from having 2 of them in play to having 6 of them in play.
Yeah.
And so when you need to have that many of a certain unit, it's just going to cost you some money.
Yeah, demons were really powerful on the PBE, and they got nerfed right before release. It was 2 demons actually made it 40%. Now it's only 25%. Having 2 demons.
Yeah.
So it used to just be, oh, you got at least Varus? No, nobody gets to have fun in this game. Like, boom, mono burn over and over again. Now it's a much lower chance.
Well, it's still a zero-sum amount of fun. It just takes the fun from one and grants it to the other.
Yeah, I don't know how much fun I'm having when I'm like draining people's mana though, because I don't even feel like I have too much agency. It just feels like they don't have agency.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, you truly do like the card player perspective, because I've blown up a lot of land in my time.
I like other people having fun too, and just beating them while they're having fun, I don't like them to not have fun.
I want you to think you're doing it right.
Yeah. It's like, let's try our hardest. I'm not going to like hamstring you.
So that was a creep round. You get to fight against some creeps. Sometimes you pick up items, sometimes you pick up gold, sometimes you pick up experience. Just depends.
Yeah. Okay, so I think Lirik...
You're offered now with the
Yeah,
Ash.
I think you should pick up Ash. 100%, I think it's Ash. This is what I call the half and half. And it's 2 Rangers and then 2 Knights or 2 Brawlers as your front line, and you transition from there. So having 2 Rangers as the Ash and the Varus, I think are the 2 best ones, because then you can run a Demon synergy with Ranger bonus, which makes it more likely that you proc, the Mana Burn, and Ash, same thing, kind of Ranger, and if you can get a Sejuani or a frontliner. Braum. I actually think Braum is broken. I think Braum, Shyvana are 2 units that I'm expecting late game to do things that people wouldn't expect them to be able to do.
Well, I feel like for Spazzy, this army is not doing exactly what he expects either. This is all over the place right now.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying your strategy of losing. He's got the spatula, he's got 2 BF swords, but he's losing too hard.
Mine's more of an acceptance of strategy. I accept that I'm going to lose.
Oh, this is really nice.
But this right now is pretty all over the place.
I actually feel bad for him because he's only got 3 items.
2
total.
Yeah,
that's rough.
Unlucky, but we're looking at 2 wild in play, 2 shapeshifter, 2 brawler. The ninja buff is not exactly super utilized on Shen, and not a lot of economy going right now. So shapeshifters is the direction I think in general for Spazzy right now, which yields quite a bit of possibilities. There's a lot you can flex around shapeshifters, as they tend to just be overall pretty tanky units. They can build into carries, but that requires a lot of gold. And you can see right now at the center, on the bottom, on that bar where you buy units, only 10 gold for Spazzy right now. So something is going to have to be figured out.
So he's not in the eco, he's in the desperation, find something.
One of the new things with the patch is it shows you what your win streak or lose streak is at. So
yeah,
he's currently on a 6-round losing streak.
Shyvana!
Which isn't necessarily bad.
Oh, wait. Is he going to do it? He's going to win this one. He's going to win it.
He does. I don't think he wants to in this one.
No, I think he's at 55 HP. Nobody's going to catch him for carousel. Nobody's going to get below 55.
Hey, that's 3 less gold around you're getting now, though. That was a big losing streak.
HP is a resource. I understand that. But
at some point, you have to stop losing.
You can't drain that resource too much.
If I'm losing to 1 single unit, I am taking the least amount of damage possible.
So, I get that. That's actually probably right in terms of if he almost loses or almost wins, right?
Look at the bench, though. We're holding Yordles on the bottom right, holding Sorcerers as well. Like, this is a tough spot for Spazzy, where there's a lot of these units that fit into endgame compositions, but they all fit into different endgame compositions.
Yeah.
I think
it's been tough.
It's interesting that he's not buying the Poppy, given if he wants to keep Yordles open late. That's like a kind of key.
I would just sell on the right side of my board and the Mordekaiser. I think that's the thing too, is the Mordekaiser's not going to give him any value until he levels. He's so much putting one of these units in. What's going to make you put these units in? When you level. When you find a different unit, like if you find a different unit,
like a Kindred.
I don't think so though. I don't think that's what's going to happen here. So I would sell things eco so I can get to leveling faster, because if you level faster than everybody else, you get to the 4-cost units faster than they do. And like we were talking earlier, finite amount, you snatch them up, other people can't.
Yeah. Well, 3 shapeshifters in play has made him quite strong.
Yeah.
So
And Shyvana, I think, is one of the strongest units in the game right now when stacked with items. I think she's like top 4 or something like that.
So we've entered a new stage. It's a carousel round. And after carousel rounds or after
Spatula!
any rounds where you get items in general.
There's a spatula right there! Spazzy! Spatula! Spatula!
Spatula is the coolest item.
Welcome to the stream. We're doing Twitch Rivals today. If you want any information about the tournament that we're playing, click the link that moves
So this can get him back in.
and you'll get information why I'm playing versus Amas.
That's awesome. This guy's got his chat set up with the command for Twitch Rivals.
Nice, doing our job for us.
He's like, and you'll understand why I'm playing against Amaz, and I'm playing against these guys that are better than me, and like, bro.
Spazzy's great.
I love
He's a
Spazzy.
wonderful variety stream. You got Planny there behind him.
Good brawler.
So,
All right, everyone just got a new character and a new item to some customizability of their choice. So players tend to get much more powerful as you come out of item rounds. They get to combine things and make special combinations and just really ramp up their power. So this is a point of the game where I always look to what can I do now to strengthen myself in the grand scheme of things.
Okay. So speaking of strengthening, Amaz, he's got pirates right now, and he's handed a very early Kale. So this is what I was talking about. Is he going to take the Kale and try to put it in because it's a good unit and he's handed it early? Or is he going to say, no, we already have enough that's going for us here. We're making a Draven composition.
So you notice that he's had pirates in play for a bit, so that's where his gold's been coming from. And on your purchase rounds, or on your purchase opportunities, you can re-roll that loot table and try to find different units. That costs you gold.
Yeah.
So with Amaz having pirates and having as little gold as he has right now, I'm guessing he's been rolling quite a bit and quite aggressively. And I think it's right to do so. You know, he's going gunslingers clearly right now. And so when you're on gunslingers, you have to figure out which direction you're going to be leading. And so that Darius that's on his bench, that third from the right, that unit's an Imperial and Draven's an Imperial. And Imperial buff massively can increase the damage that Draven's going to output. So right now he's going gunslingers and he's looking for a chance to get that Draven in and make a full transition.
He's going to do it right now. He's going to transition. He's going to take the Twisted Fate out and put the Darius in for the Garen. Yeah.
Indeed. 4 gunslingers, 2 Imperial.
Yep.
And everything is upgraded as well.
And he'll put Bloodthirster PD on it potentially. I think he might have another recurve bow. So he'll have Rapid Fire Cannon, Bloodthirster. So if he actually wants to start winning here, for sure, then he'll do that. But it looks like he's not trying to win 100%.
When you have a level 2 Draven in play with all upgraded units in the Imperial buff, I don't really think you have a choice on whether or not you want to be winning anymore. You're going to start winning.
He just, oh man, can we talk about? This is a constant struggle with me. Why are Draven's weapons called axes?
Whoa.
Okay, well,
why are they axes?
We can. Yeah, but is he gonna buy the Swain?
Yes.
Let's come on.
Yeah, you buy the Swain.
Buy the Swain.
So now, Imperial buff at 2 Imperials, it doubles the damage of one of your Imperial units. When you have all 4 Imperials in play, all of your Imperial damage gets doubled. And so that Swain is a key purchase. And so for now, he's looking like he wants to move outside of the quad gunslinger. He wants to move towards a Blade Master composition to give them extra attacks, and then move towards that Mega Imperial buff. That's the win condition now for Amaz. It's find the Imperials to upgrade and support them accordingly.
Yep.
All right, well now, while he finishes up figuring out what he wants to do with that 1 BF sword, let's check in with our other lobbies and see how things are going just on the scoreboard. This is the current health total in the Dreads GNG Pokimane Solary lobby here.
Bro,
Mo. Uthneer is up on top.
Mo, get Hyun. Like, come on. Hyun can help you, bro. I'm just saying. Whoa.
That's lobby 1. We can go check in. We're currently in lobby 2, so we'll skip over to lobby 3 right now. Nervarien sitting up in top, and Lothar, he's doing the ultra losing strat right now.
Look, sometimes it just bees that way too. Sometimes you just do not find any units that meld together. You're not finding the right.
That's why we play a lot of games. So we'll see. And as we move on, let's lobby 4, the last one here. Hafu, as expected, up on top right now. And Tides. Nice tight game going on over there. All these people live on Twitch. If you want to watch Hafu's game, go check her out. itsHafu at twitch.tv.
And again, health is only part of the story. So like you look at Amaz at 55 health right now, like kind of in the middle. I would be shocked if he was not the strongest board.
Yes, I was going to say, he probably beats everybody right now.
Look at the damage.
Look at the items he has.
Look at the damage from Draven to the next. 5 times the amount of damage dealt of his second most powerful unit.
he's got a Draven that has 3 recurve bows worth of extra attack speed on it, and recurve bow got buffed to be 20% now. So that thing has 60% increased attack speed just from items, and then all this other stuff.
And leveling up too. You'll notice that Amaz is playing very aggressively with gold, and I like this for 2 reasons. Number one, you're more powerful than everyone else. Start to punish them and make them spend their gold as well. If they're holding gold, that means they want to wait and do something powerful with it. Don't let them. Number two, he got to add a key unit, which was not only a 3rd pirate for additional gold, but it also features an AoE stun.
Yes, but I think it's more for the gold than anything else. If he was trying to look for power, he'd maybe put like a Graves in or something, or even I think he put the Graves in.
How dare you talk about Pike
yeah,
that way? Look at that stun.
I don't know, man. Right now,
Pacha!
yeah,
Stupid.
pirate home field advantage.
It's kind of whatever now.
I like to having the Aatrox out there too, because if you can figure out a way to put Swain in, he gets Imperial and Demon.
So
yeah, and Blade Master right now as well for the Aatrox.
As everything stands right now, I think Amaz would win the game unless something ridiculous happens on somebody else's board. I think he wins this, or if he's not able to hit like Katarina ever.
Ah, I see. So if a
That's
game
it.
of Teamfight Tactics is taking place,
Yes.
Amaz can still lose the game. Yeah.
But
That's what I love about this game is crazy stuff happens.
is this better?
He's figuring out what he should do. This is always weird because you get Demon, but you also end up with, because if there's 3 Imperials, it's now only a 33% chance that Draven gets the buff, whereas if there's only 2, it's a 50% chance he gets the buff. So like right here, let's see who gets buffed up.
Yeah, I like putting the Swain
It's
in.
on the Draven, so
Draven.
didn't punish him.
Not even close.
I like putting
What he
the
was
Swain
doing.
in because it's a Swain. Swain is
Yes.
a very powerful unit, and I like Swain a lot more than I like Lucian.
Oh, but Swain is dead.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if this guy can actually, this Draven's
It doesn't
gonna
matter.
Oh,
doesn't
yeah, this
matter.
Draven is shredding right now.
Oh, it's so stupid.
Oh man.
This is like the other side of your Draven versus the Draven.
Yeah, he's got Tyler 1 on his team right now.
He does.
Like, that's the Draven you want. Like, my Dravens always have, like, a static Shiv, and that's it. And, like, he's waiting on his 3rd Draven to show up.
Oh, there's no
No way
chance
he
he
gets
gets
that.
it.
Oh, but also the Blade of the Ruined
Nivea.
King. Blade of the
Yeah.
Ruined King.
So Blade of the Ruined King is an already combined item that's in this carousel right now, and that turns a unit into a Blade Master.
There's
So-
going. Oh, but he went for, okay.
So it's gonna turn somebody into a Blade Master, which he's already hoarding right now. He's gonna get that. He's gonna nope. Okay.
Okay.
Swain is
oh,
gone.
he could possibly get the Anivia. He's the
Yeah.
Anivia's
Oh, wow!
So
Yeah.
who does he put this on?
Excellent question.
Who does he want to have via Blade Master?
Who do you want to attack more? I'm thinking Graves would be good.
Swain potentially.
Swain
too.
was my first
Yeah,
thought.
Graves is a good one as well because he gets Gunslinger.
Oh, man.
So,
Gunslinger
and
plus
Blade Master?
Blade Master on a Graves that he's attempting to level up to 3
Yeah.
anyway.
Also, the spatula items got changed. This is recurve bow plus spatula, and when you get that now, it gives you double the effect of the normal item. So it's actually 40% attack speed instead of 20. So like it would
Oh,
be
interesting
it's 2 recurve bows worth.
Also, Anivia is just a very
Why
powerful
not
unit.
just take out Aatrox and just put in Anivia?
Recurve's actually, Anivia is actually really good now, like you said. And the buff on the patch was if she dies and her ulti's up, it doesn't disappear.
Ooh, and what
So
if he
it'll
gets
stay there.
What if he gets
love
Sejuani?
spatulas.
Sejuani and replaces the Darius.
No.
So then you get the chance of the buff goes up and you get Glacial.
True.
Okay, so to me, I want to take out this Anivia because I just don't think it matters. Look at how shredded this was. That Draven's still full of HP.
Oh, nobody's gonna touch that Draven. Nobody's going like assassins in this lobby from what I've seen. Nothing's gonna happen. He's gonna be fine.
Every little bit counts, okay?
He's still holding on to Pirates.
So he's talking about the fact that it's A, the gold, and B, also the damage. The more units you have when your opponent's defeated, the more damage they take.
Yes.
And the higher level they are and the higher cost they are, that can affect damage and things like that as well. So we move over to this board.
Dalucard.
Dalucard was the leader for up until I think maybe this round when Forsen has now passed him in the first place.
Notice the gold count here, though. So they have been intentionally not increasing army strength for the sake of additional gold. And that lets you pretty consistently ramp up in tournament.
Well, he's
One away to
This is
Tristana with 2
this
static
is the
shifts.
tease. Look at that. He's 1 Tristana away, 2 Darius away.
Taking time. The higher level you get, the less chance you have to find the 1-cost units as well.
Yep.
And he's working on a lot of 3-star 1-cost units.
Yeah, he's got the static shifts going on Gunslingers. That was nerfed, but it's still quite powerful. He does need that Trist 3 though. Oh, pop, 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 pop.
Oh, is it?
MF is still strong.
Oh, she's still catching the Ashe in the back line. Woohoo!
Yeah, so still strong enough to beat players who are at level 7. That's exactly where you want to be with a composition like this. You're still comfortable, you're not going to tank damage, and you have a lot of gold to work with because you're sitting on 50. You get paid an additional 5 gold every round.
Yep, and then you can put that towards leveling or buying, or even just hoarding it if you want to do absolutely nothing with it, because his board is just completely filled. I think he's going to level this next turn, though.
I feel like it's going to roll for the 1 cost. I want to find that
Oh, you
Tryst.
think he's going to roll? Oh, there's the Darius. There's one, but
You got to sell something, so GP goes away.
level,
Oh, there's the level. Okay,
and then
interesting.
roll. And see?
So to me, it's also a creep round.
Yeah.
So, you know, a little confused by that. And then also, that is another question too, is would you rather have just 2 Tristanas that are built out with items, or would you rather have a level 3 Tristana? That's a real question.
Kann sein, dass ich wahrscheinlich schon den einen oder anderen Charakter übersehen habe. Ein Darius wäre T3, eine Tristana wäre T3. Also ich habe noch die Chance, ein bisschen was zu machen.
Yeah, good explanation of exactly what we were just talking about there as well.
I understand Tristana. And he's definitely like, I'm 1 away, and when I get it, I'll be incredibly powerful.
Davon würde
No items.
Wow, feels
Oh,
bad,
there's
man.
one.
Oh, there's one. Okay.
Okay. That'll give him Cursed Blade.
First Blade.
That looks like
Your
a
boy
second
likes
Tristana.
Cursed Blade on
So Cursed Blade got a buff, right?
Cursed Blade and Swordbreaker are both good in Gunslinger. I actually love Swordbreaker on Graves because it applies on hit to everybody he hits. So if he's in like right in front of your composition, he can actually have that disable the front line and somebody off on the side too. So I actually really like Swordbreaker on Graves. If you're gonna go with the Cursed Blade, you put it on Lucian, yeah.
The chat translates. He says he said he's just 1 away from Tryst and Darius, so there's room to grow.
There's a lot of room. There's a lot of room to grow here. And Leona also, important to note, she got a big buff in the patch as well. So that unit went from something that like, oh, I rolled a 4 cost, it's Leona, to now suddenly Leona is a fairly key character, I think.
Yep. And if he gets Braum and he rolls another Chain Vest, he becomes redonkulous because there's a kind of a synergy right now that, Savitz was really high up. He was at like 70 HP or something like that, and then he just tanked down. So he's all in though. Savitz is all in. He's not going to get much stronger than this.
Yeah, it's important to note this, like every single time, again, a creep round or a carousel round happens, that's when people complete items. And when you're this deep into the game, it's very unlikely that somebody didn't get more powerful by an item pickup. Even if it doesn't combine into the ideal thing, they got something from it. And so you need to start ramping up your power around those levels, and it's tough to be conservative in those spots without a very powerful army. You will get quickly outscaled and take a lot of damage.
Ooh, he's going to roll. He's going to roll. He's going to roll.
Got to 7 HP. Don't save that gold for next game.
No, I'm just like I would rather level up, put something in, because, oof, what is he gonna hit that he's gonna love? Like, what is he gonna hit here that's gonna make him win the next round? I don't see him with many pairs that are gonna like give him a tier 3 or anything. Like he'd have to hit 3 Varus or something.
2 Ranger, 4 Demon, 2 Knight, and 2 Glacial.
Yep.
That's scary shit.
This is that half and half. But
This is Amaz.
Yeah, he's up against Amaz though.
That Draven.
Oh.
That Draven.
Yeah, Amaz has not lost a round since he got the Draven in with items. Yeah, Amaz, in my opinion, is ever since he hit that, is just he's been rewarded. Oh, he got 7th. He beat Savitz.
Savitz went out first. Oh.
So it's very
So
important.
close.
It's very important because there's difference in money.
Yeah.
There's difference in money payout.
It's crazy. We had 3 people. I should have pointed this out last round. We had 3 people at like under 10 health, which is crazy close. And they all went out there. Like technically, all the people that are like 12 and under there could have gone out that round.
Forsen with Elementalist Gunslinger in right now and a stacked level 3 Lucian.
Oh.
Yeah, and Lucian got buffed so that his second shot does way more damage now. It's like 100 more.
Finally upgraded this Gangplank.
Yep.
And 2 Misfortunes as well, so looking for...
Fortunes,
And the brand. One
Yeah.
way on brand. Oof.
Yeah, and he's rebuilding economy right now is what he's doing. And he has HP as a resource now.
I want a Gnar. Huh?
What's a Gnar?
Gnar for Yordle.
Yordles.
Ah, because the Tristana and the Kennen
Yeah.
in play. Yeah, Yordle buff is additional dodge to your Yordles, so...
Yeah. MF. Oh, nice. Yeah, Swordbreaker is very powerful, and so is Cursed Blade, but Ashe, let's go. Okay.
There's something very satisfying about Gangplank's ultimate to me, where it's like, it's coming.
Not important.
It's
The barrels.
coming, It's coming.
Items right now.
Yep.
So,
It now applies on hit effects too, so
best pick here.
nobody's gonna stack their GP though. You might do it for like a meme video. Oh, what do you want? What do you want?
No.
Depends on what you have. Pick up the item that helps you combine into the most powerful thing. And so the unit here, it typically is less important, albeit at the late stages, sometimes you do pick because of a unit. So like if a Misfortune was here, for instance, Forsen would almost certainly be prioritizing a Misfortune to level it up.
Do you guys ever try to sit on top of the carousel after you pick up your unit and like make it hard to see what's under?
Yeah,
Just block people.
I'm mean sometimes like that.
You should walk around with the carousel, your item behind, or your character behind you.
Let's take a look at the health of the other lobbies as we are getting close to the end of our first round here. This is lobby 1 right now. GNGG sitting up on top. The nearest dropped a little bit, but Pokimane and Blackfire Ice, the first one's out.
Okay, Mo hanging in there. Mm-hmm. All right, I see that. Gob, I actually played against Gob like a few days ago. Actually a really good player.
There's lobby 3. Sean's up on top. Oh my goodness, it's been a pretty bloody one over here.
This one actually is how I expected it to go. I think Super JJ is a really good
Lothar climbed back up to 4th when he was at like 20 HP when we
Those are the top 4 that I would expect in this lobby.
And there's lobby 4. itsHafu's falling a little bit right now. Thaldrin up on top.
Yeah, this is where the game gets really interesting because everybody just throws it all in. Yeah, he ran to Amaz. Whoever Amaz goes against. So if Amaz went against like Dalucard or Gosu, he just knocks him out of the game. So the RNG here was he ran into the guy who's strongest in the entire game.
So the real question is Forsen versus Amaz. You think Amaz beats Forsen still handily?
As the game state currently is, I think he beats Forsen. But if Forsen finds something, he found Brand 2. I'm trying to think what he could even hit.
Gosu's pretty strong here. I wouldn't count him out. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at 4 Ranger, multiple Glacial with Kindred upgraded.
You'd have to rely on stuns.
I mean, that's what Rangers are all about.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Disarm and
he made the Kindred one.
He's got a Frozen Mallet on Kindred as well. So
Daisies fight each other.
Kindred's super powerful right now.
Is this the formation he wants?
Well, you want your Kindred to activate. Hurry up, get some mana.
There we go. Okay, all right. That's neutralizes the misfortune ult.
Yeah, so it's...
He got
great.
it.
Look at that.
I think he's... Oh,
no. They didn't kill the Triss.
Nope.
Oh, he's out healing.
So that honestly is like, Rangers can turn that around easily with just a couple different procs though. Like they get attack speed procs, they get freeze your opponent procs. Everything matters with Rangers about getting the procs. If you get them early, you can snowball a fight. If you don't, it's tougher that way.
The 1 health survival, not even close.
So I actually think that he should swap sides and put Kindred more central.
I do tend to keep Kindred on the center because of the range of Kindred.
Yeah.
You don't want her. You don't want Kindred to move at all. If Kindred moves, that can really mess up your formation with the ultimate. Because the ultimate protects your units. You want to protect your Rangers in that regard.
Yeah, I would swap sides and put Kindred in the center or more centralized so that the ultimate can hit more people. And also, you want Kindred to take some residual damage because it'll build up their mana faster to get the ultimate off. The reason you go on the left side of the map is if you have like a hyper carry you want to tuck in the bottom right corner. And if you go on the left side, it's because you have multiple carries and you want to kind of spread and get effects around on
Brand
others.
is now a sorcerer and will build mana even faster.
Oh, he's gonna put the Mord in for Phantom. If he could!
1 goal!
No!
so sad, holy shit.
The miscalculation.
Oh no,
bad.
dude! Uh-oh. That's a huge mistake.
That's a disaster.
Who does he need to draw? Devil card?
Yeah, swap sides, go.
3, 2,
No.
1. Not
Oh,
even
he needs
It's fine.
Move the cannon.
It's fine.
The cannon needs to be up front.
Oh no.
Oh, we got a Maz.
Oh, no.
Come on, Daisy, tank it.
All right,
No one's
Kindred ulti.
Oh, Draven focused the Ash. It's focusing the Kindred next. There's the ultimate, but I don't think the damage gets out.
No.
Takes procs. Takes procs.
No. Look at that. Get it.
Procs. You gotta get the procs.
Oh!
Fucking serious.
Oh my gosh, he heals so much.
Oh, literally, if the Kindred ultimate goes off any sooner, he can keep the other guy alive.
So the problem there was that the way the Draven had focused, it burned down the Ash.
Yeah.
So burning down the Ash takes away glacial procs. You no longer can stun without that Ash there. That was the key in that fight, was how the Draven focused down and burned down the full
That was
full
still
left side.
almost like best case scenario.
If the Draven had thrown an axe at the Kindred instead, the Kindred had enough HP that it could tank it, and then it would get the ultimate off and save the Ash. But just the targeting there of the AI. So yeah, Amaz Forsen, exactly what we expected when we saw their units way long ago. Look at that, 12 win streak. Nobody has beaten Amaz or touched him ever since he got the Draven stacked. And he has way better economy than Forsen. I think he actually wins this. I would be surprised if Amaz does not win this lobby because his Draven is so hard to deal with.
Draven, it's so much damage
on the front too.
But there's a lot of HP here, and the fights are winning by margins at this point too.
Yeah.
So specific units can change a lot of things.
So what are the keys here for Forsen? What does he need to find?
Don't panic.
Don't panic. Find upgrades.
I would actually say he needs to eco a little bit.
And
He's got 52 HP.
I would think about positioning here a little bit too. Like, what can you do to change the way that the outcome of that fight just worked? So I don't know. That's tough because Amaz is stacked as the Yassuo with Curse Blade on the far end. So
now applies on hits on its ability now too.
And added a unit in play as well. I mean, almost anywhere you go, there is some counterplay.
Oh, Yasuo too.
Amaz and upgrades the Yasuo. So now I'm quite worried for Forsen at that point.
That's the mechanical outplay. You press the Yasuo button and you get the Yasuo too. He spent all his gold to do that. He all in for this. He's got 6 Blade Masters, which makes the Draven attack twice.
It's not only that,
a lot of damage.
Destroying.
it's the fact that he can unit spread so well because the Draven has so many items. It's free to take some damage because of Bloodthirster. It will restore the health that it takes from, end up getting focused on that side. It never gets isolated and burned down very easily unless you stack one side and snowball it.
He's going to take the MF because Forsen wants the MF. That's exactly what he's going to do. He's denying him. Yeah. So Forsen's pretending like he doesn't want it. See?
So now Forsen gets a random, right?
Yeah, the longer he waits, the harder it is for Forsen to commit to grabbing something.
Yeah.
So Forsen kind of hung around, tried to trick Amaz.
Yeah, so that means so what happens there is if Amaz stands next to it and Forsen wants it, what happens is Forsen then goes, well, if I can get it, I'll take it. So he runs at it, right? But then Amaz will take it, it wastes the time, Forsen gets a random one. But if Forsen picks a unit at the carousel and goes, screw it, I know you're gonna get that, then he doesn't have to take the MF, and he can go get whatever he wants. So if Forsen actually picks something, then it actually frees Amaz up to not have to do that, and he gets
Probably the most mechanical play we'll see today.
Yeah, it's just a mind game. I actually love TFT because as a jungler who got older, I use my brain, but my fingers are bad now. So I don't play League of Legends as well as I used to. But I could play this game. I just drag units on.
Okay.
Oh, the Draven is just shredding.
This is Teamfight Tactics.
This game definitely is. And for Amaz right now, the only other unit he's looking for at all is a third copy of Swain. That is a massive upgrade, and that's the only one that's necessary.
You know what the funniest thing about all this is he could literally get rid of the Pike and replace it with any unit, and he would still win because the Pike is giving him nothing synergy-wise.
Well, it's giving him AoE stun.
It's just a good unit for that. If he wanted to pick up a Sejuani or a Cho'Gath or anything like that, then it's like in that same kind of
How you feeling, Forsen?
area.
Give me Pike or give me death.
Yeah. He got the MF too.
Big upgrade. Put some mana item on it as well, so it ultimates
MF.
faster.
Okay.
It's good ultimate.
Still.
But it's just not enough.
Yep.
It needs a little bit more, and I don't know what that little bit more can be, honestly. An accurate depiction of what's happening.
I think his frontline is he doesn't have frontline. That's the issue with this composition is he has really good damage. He doesn't have enough frontline though.
I don't know what this
So
guy
for
does.
me, I want to stack this MF in the back right corner, so that way it crossfires against the army and the Draven.
Yeah.
That's the way I want it to be. Now the Draven has lifesteal, so how important is that? And the rapid fire cannon being on this dragon, though, this is a major item for Forsen. That would allow him to change the way he positions this composition.
Yeah, I think the Tristana, the red buff prevents healing, so if the Tristana can stop the Draven from healing with the Bloodthirster, it's really big. But Zeke's got changed to have it now is adjacent allies in your row instead of around you, so you have to put people on the back line. That's why he's not stacking all up on the left side, like we saw people going for like I think it was
Now that
Gosu.
I have Tristana, maybe I fuck him with the red buff.
Yeah, exactly.
With long range cannon.
Yeah, he needs to hit him to stop the healing.
All right, well, let's figure that out. Again, I want this to go far opposite side. Opposing Draven does not have a rapid fire cannon, and we do. Make the Draven walk.
Yeah, because Tristana's got a 4 hex range. Draven has a 3 hex range, so he has 6 versus 8. Oh, what do you look at her? I like how he has a blitz. He has a tech blitz. He's gonna pull the Draven. He's gonna yoink him. He's gonna yoink him.
So the blitz always pulls the
work.
furthest unit
And-
away, which right now is the Draven.
AI got changed, so people will focus the Draven a lot better now.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
See, Trist is on Draven. Trist is on
Oh!
Draven. Trist is on Draven.
Oh!
This is it.
But the Yasuo unchecked!
Oh no!
Can't let the Yasuo get
Oh, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
fed! One
He's
HP.
fine?
He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. It's just all right.
Yeah, everything's on fire. This is fine!
Oh man.
Yo, that was actually a sick idea.
That was.
Yeah, it was
But
great.
you did lose a Swain.
Yeah, Blitz is like the only tech unit that's in the game right now for dealing with situations like that.
I want to stack the right corner. I want the
does a Maz
Illusion on the right. Burn down the Yassuo,
well.
grip the Draven, burn down the Draven. That's what beat you last fight, was you killed the Draven, but then the Yasuo is there. You got to kill them both.
Yeah, this is where it's like you got to have the 5-head. You got to figure it out. He hasn't moved. This is insanity. You're doing the same thing over and over
swapped
again.
the...
Oh, but he moved. Where's Draven?
He's still going to pull the Draven, I believe.
Swap
oh, wait,
the
no,
Tryst
he's
position.
going to
he
pull
moved the Draven
Shen.
away.
Pull Shen.
Yep.
Yeah, because it focuses the furthest
smart.
visible unit at the start of the fight. That's what it will pull.
Nope.
The Tryst.
That's it. I think that's it.
That's it.
That's game.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, you knew Amaz was gonna wait till the last moment and reposition
Oh, yeah.
Draven.
And nobody beat Amaz from the moment he got in the level 2 Draven with all the items. Nobody beat him
called
for another round.
We called it. He's the strongest person in the lobby when we saw that. But the bottom, let's talk about the bottom for a second. There were Spazzy, Lirik, and oh gosh, who was the last person?
Savitz.
All went out at the same time. It was really interesting because people in like other auto battlers, they run away from the damage.
Yeah.
Like they actually like take their little courier and they're just like, run away.
This is a replay of the end of lobby 3.
Okay. Oh, it's Sean's? Yeah.
Look at that Yasuo. Yasuo just provides so much support
he
to his
cursed
team.
bladed it. He got a cursed blade proc on the Aurelion Sol.
Downgrade.
I'm gonna go check out the 4th lobby.
Yeah, if you guys don't know Sean's, by the way, he's the former coach of Vitality in the EULCS.
Look at this. This is 2 health versus 2 health.
Oh,
that's
wait,
so
what?
close. That's insane.
Sorcerer Dragons and the Assassins just doing work.
It's Tides and a General.
Oh my goodness.
Assassins don't
insane.
do enough work though.
Yeah.
Go ahead, kill the Aurelion Sol. Can you kill the rest of the stuff too?
So I believe that's Tides that took the victory.